guy?
And find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey everybody. Hey Christy. Hey Tabby. Hey Robin. Well, what do we have here, says Cracking Asses. Well, I don't know exactly what we have here, but I'm here. I promised an hour at least a day, and I really wasn't wanting to come on because I wanted to work on listing products and stuff, because I am starting to get orders, thankfully, from the shop. Or for me uploading products here to the YouTube platform. Hey Eliza and Tina, Becca. Hey Breege and Ray Ray. It is what it is. I am still Ray Ray, have you decided when you're gonna, or if you're gonna be speaking soon? Love to hear your story. Oh, there's several people that probably should be getting a hold of Ray Ray and, you know, teaming up with her, maybe. You missed my bubbly self? Well, I haven't been, I don't know. Actually, I've been better the last couple days, so. And doing that stream the other day really helped as far as getting back into the routine of everything. I'm trying to stay more consistent on here. I mean, I know I've said that before, but I'm actually making a step towards that by, you know, being like, okay, I'm going to be at least going live an hour a day. Before, I would just be like, I'm going to try to be more consistent, and that would be it. Which is crazy because before this whole thing, I mean, gosh, the first 6 months up until February, I was on every day from, 4 to 8 hours? At the very beginning, it was closer to 8 hours, and it slowly dwindled down to, you know, 4, 6. And I was trying to, and my goal at the time then was to be more balanced, not be like, my life not be 90% YouTube. So I'm just having a hard time finding that balance, I guess. Hey, Georgette. No, you haven't missed anything, CT. Got a channel jump. Has anybody talked to somebody? I just noticed I got a text about PG being live. And what about this? Hey, Jam. Get a hold of Tabby. You guys, you're working on it, Ray Ray? Okay. Yeah, everybody get a hold of Ray Ray if you would. You know, there's several. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, I don't. There's no reason to really mention her anymore because she's like so irrelevant. I mean, even more irrelevant than she already was, because now, I mean, it's crazy. I think, I'm talking about 6up. I think like 90% of her people left. But what's crazy is like nobody's talking. Everybody thinks she's crazy and are afraid to speak up, really. No, I didn't see it. Which video was it? How do I find it easily? I've never really looked at comments on under videos. Okay. I just video with the girl Sammy analyzed the print. I'm assuming she made it, but I thought that look at Are you talking about the writing expert? Oh my gosh, this person named Oh my gosh. See, that's why I don't like to read the comments, because now I'm seeing some you crying and screaming in the comment. I don't know when I called the police, Lorton girl. I mean, gosh, you. Sorry, I was just reading comments. She said something about. When did I ever call the police on anybody in the community? You mean the detective? That was a detective. That's not really. Is that what they're? I guess. I'm assuming that's what she means about calling the police. Oh. I'm guessing she probably needs like a decent, how much writing is there? I think she needs a decent sized sample, and I don't know how to, I've never talked to the lady, so I don't know. I mean, she's very busy. She's not just like anybody. I mean, she's highly sought after, so I don't know how easy it would be to get her on. Round of applause. Congrats, that's awesome. Was it, or do you want to even say his name? So August 31st. What is that, Leo? Oh, that's so cute. It would be interesting. Oh, we could analyze it? You mean try to see what it says about, like we could look up handwriting, like research on it and stuff? Let's see, Zav girl. Which video are you talking about that it's on? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Chris Watts was 3 years ago. That is crazy. AWP was on here. Let's listen to this.
Here, I can grab it again.
Yeah, because what they said on, they put out some crazy information today about the Kylie Rodney case, or AWP did. I guess we're learning that the car seems to be in neutral, because when the way the wheels were spinning, I guess, is the reasoning they're giving behind, or people are saying that the car was actually in neutral, that the wheels wouldn't have been turning like that. But AWP, from what I've heard, have not confirmed that it's was in neutral, but people are just going by the fact that the wheels were moving. And what they find out, they also said the passenger front side window was broken. So it was actually, it's not right. Everybody was saying it was the driver's side. No. By AWP, no, but I watched something, and I'm trying to remember all that they said, but there was some. So she was actually, how long did she like run away from home for a few days or something, or was she supposed to be staying with friends? I don't understand that like whole thing. Well, that's the same thing. Yeah, I don't want to put that out, Marlena, because it's behind a paywall. But yeah, I did watch what you sent me. Because even the audio, I mean, that's the whole. Let's see. Maybe I can. You only put a tiny bit on there, so maybe. You wrote me in Spanish. Good. Bueno, muchacha, estás despierto? Oh, yeah, and it does look like foul play. It looks like most people are thinking it's foul play.
Out of Best Buy after picking up some supplies here in Reno, Nevada. We're on our way to work that Kylie Rodney case just down the street in Truckee, California. And Nick, a longtime supporter, fan of ours, appreciate you for coming up to us, possibly has some information in regards to the Kylie Rodney case. So why don't you explain a little bit about what you may have run into?
So my name is Nick. I work at an emergency roadside assistance program. I got a call up in Truckee, Boca, for a battery call. So pretty much that means that the vehicle can't start. So I went en route up there, found the vehicle. At the time, I didn't realize that this was a situation until later on. But
let me stop right there. You said you went to Boca.
Yes, sir.
So over near Boca Lake.
Yes, sir.
So not Prosser Lake, Prosser Creek Lake.
It's right by Crosser Creek.
Yeah, so just north. So you went to Boca.
At first, when I went there, I realized after my test that everything was working great on the vehicle. At that point in time, I did notice that she was very hesitant and very skeptical on everything that was going on. She was asking me really weird questions, like in the sense of how do you put on your seatbelt correctly, and okay, and she asked me to show her on how to connect it to like her actual belt. After that, she was stating on how she was there all night and she couldn't get her vehicle started due to the fact that now we both realize.
See, that bothered me when he said that. Okay, so when was this date? What was the date of this? Did you guys hear that or what he said? When did okay, so she supposedly went missing. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, don't play it? Okay. I won't play any more of it. So the tow driver said he attended a call to Kylie's car on the 6th, said they couldn't get the car started because it was in neutral. See, yeah, that's a weird thing. And then they found the car in neutral. Okay, so the 6th. Well, he didn't say Jagger. He just said a guy with a baseball cap with brown hair at the sides and he said it looked like freckles. No, who said that the tow truck would lie? Who said that it who said that the guy was lying? I don't think the guy is lying at all. But I mean, I don't know what I would have done in that guy's situation. I feel like I would have been like, okay, if somebody's asking me how to buckle their seatbelt and they're being serious, I mean, I would think, I don't know, I would hope I would maybe call the police for a wellness check or something. Or I don't know if you can do that on a, whatever it's called that's like, that person's going to be driving and they can't even, what's going on? Like, I would think that they were under the influence of, and maybe she wasn't willingly. Did anybody say what happened? Let's see, she went missing on the 4th, or when did she go missing? 6th? And did they think did she run away? Yeah, it was turned over. I don't think he described Jagger to me. Did he say black San Francisco hat? I don't remember him saying. I know he said hat, like a baseball hat, but I didn't know it was San Francisco. Now that maybe it was Jagger, but see, if it was Jagger, I would think that he would say like the guy's hair was like long at the sides, like because Jagger's hair's long. He didn't mention that, but I don't know. he said San Francisco. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So he said long on the sides. I don't remember him saying long on sides, but okay. Yeah, I thought he mentioned it like kind of like poking out, like it was like short, but I did hear somebody saying, giving that type of, who was it that was saying that? Saying they feel like it was, that whole call was an alibi to try to, but I don't know. Guys, I don't think so. I don't feel like that's something a kid would come up with. Oh, let's call what are they called? AAA guy, roadside. Let's call roadside assistance so that, we could say somebody saw us. Do you guys think that's possible that they did that? Or that Jagger did that? Or I still don't understand this whole thing still. I don't understand how she was gone for, I don't understand the whole, like, did she like run away or? See, that's another thing, Eliza. You would think that would have raised alarm bells. Like, this person's supposed to be driving on the road, but at the same time, I don't want to, I'm glad the guy came forward. So I do appreciate that and stuff. Like, and I can't say for sure that I would have been calling the police either. So, I mean, I would think I would, but I don't know, I guess, unless I was in that position. The car was in neutral and they thought it wouldn't start. That is so strange. You completely feel foul play. Okay, I'll play. She just went missing. I understand it besides the, like, how I didn't know she was missing for, I guess I didn't realize until recently that she was missing for a long period of time before she was found. I don't know why didn't realize that. I saw part of it, Lindsay. I can't play it on here, but I will probably go over and pay to listen to it, but I don't want to broadcast it because that's, you know what I mean? I'm unable to start a drive with much power. Oh, okay, let's listen to it for a second. Let's listen. I might have, Jam, I might have you up later, or if I'm on for a while. I'm thinking I might only be on for an hour tonight, but we'll see. Because I wanted to at least come on for a little bit, because I'm really trying to stick to being on every day for at least an hour. Usually it's going to be longer than an hour, obviously, because that's how it always is, but You know, even on the days I don't feel like going live, I mean, I can. Usually, I'm always glad like, for some reason I get like this anxiety before I go live, which sometimes will, and I don't know why. I didn't used to do that really, but lately I think it's because it hasn't been as much a part of my life as it was at one time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, everybody, if the mods want to put AWP's link in the chat, that's awesome. Really? No, maybe, and if you're still available in a little bit, Jam, I don't know if you will be. Hey, Dottie. That says stay alive for me was kind of odd, but that's stay alive for me. Okay, let's watch a little bit. This is Zav Girl, and also if people or if the mods could put AWP's link in the chat to go. If anybody wants to check out that members only video they put up, it does go through to a good cause. You know what I mean? So why not? If I could pay for it and play it for you guys, I would, but you know, that's not right. So, but you know, I would. But they did go on, Ventures with Purpose did go on Sav Girls, and she's been killing it lately. Man, she's up to 64,000. Wow. I remember when she was like, had like nobody. Oh no, no, Jim, don't. I'll feel bad if I don't have you up or I forget or something. Okay, let's listen a little bit.
And I'll send it in the chat.
But anyway, so when you look at everything that was put out and look at people that were getting mad at me, why? The question is, why was there so much purposely wrong information? Why?
And do you guys remember there was that app that was for like citizens that were searching so they could track where they went?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a red line that went like right around where that car was found? It was for like citizens that were searching.
Hi,
so
Jared.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wasn't there-
Welcome,
oh,
Jared. Do
yeah.
you know Ryan? Do you know Ryan up church? Have you guys met yet, Jared?
We have never met.
Welcome,
Ryan,
Jared.
what's going on?
Do you
How's it
know-
going, man?
Oh, wait, hold on. It's
Everybody
echoing.
mute. Everyone mute if you're not. Yeah.
Hold on
So-
1 second. Let me remove and then add him again. Because remember how this happened with you, Ryan?
Mute.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
Yeah.
mute.
Oh, it's because someone has two tabs open for the YouTube and for the panel. Mhm. Yeah.
Jared, do you have 2 tabs open?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I think we're good now. Okay, cool. I think we're good. All right, now, can you hear us? Thank you for coming up.
Pleasure to meet everyone. So, first of all, Zap, thank you for, everything you've been doing, as well as all the other YouTubers, and Ryan as well. You definitely sent us over a lot of new subscribers and, your guys' support in all this. So thank you to everyone and all the viewers. Just real quick, I just want to jump on here as we're just going through everything. Like the next 48 hours is going to be a madhouse because, as you know, the members only videos out. We have a lot of people that are scalping it already, and you've been very.
So is this video from today? I think Sad Girl is so pretty. She is so naturally pretty. You know what I mean? She isn't like without makeup, she's just pretty. But this was, are you guys saying this was from today? Because I know this is like a re-upload. So let me see. Because it doesn't look like she put it in the description. Okay. Is Ryan still trying to say that the whole thing's fake or what? Because I'm wondering how that dynamic was going when, because wasn't he trying to say that AWP and all that stuff was all fake too, and the whole thing? Or is he had a change of heart? Okay, thank you guys for letting me know that. Well, you didn't hear him say that today. Church motherfucking Creek Squad. What? What's up, Huggins? Listen, Ryan's a human. You know, he's not. He's gonna mess up like anybody else, but I can see why that would bother the family. Because hasn't the family spoke out about how, wasn't the grandparents that spoke out and talked about how that bothered them about what Ryan said? That's the only thing that bothers me. It's like, and I know people don't think of that, and I mean, I've done the same type of thing, so in a way, he got in a rabbit hole. Time AWP came on and Ryan didn't say anything about not being real. Tully, her family seems upset about AWP. I think the upset about the AWP, I don't think they are. Right? I hear that was just that the message that was put out claiming to be Kylie's mother, you know, talking poorly about AWP. I heard that was just a hoax. Oh, did he do some covers of Alice in Chains? He's talented. I know, right, country girl? So it was a fake message, okay. She definitely, really? So now, wow, now I'm confused because I heard on, where was it? I heard that it was fake. Well, I was watching the reporter room. I think she might have been one of them that was saying it was fake. Yeah, she is in mourning, so she's gonna be extra sensitive, and you know, definitely I think people would be willing to give her some leeway and not take things so personally right now, because I mean, our little hurt feelings or whatever, or the, you know, little hurt feelings is nothing compared to what she's going through. She's, you know, lost her daughter. Is that her only child? Does anybody know? I mean, gosh. Cannot even. Right. I'm gonna play this. Trying to divert tips to themselves makes, there are fake ones and real ones. That's what I thought. Yeah, and I noticed like he's wearing the same shirt. That's another thing. That's why I'm like, is this really just from today? Because he's been wearing that same shirt for freaking days now. I think it's so funny because we have a guy who is a multi-millionaire in a t-shirt he got from a strip club for like 5 days in a row now. The same one. Well, it could be a different one with, maybe he has several of the same strip club t-shirt. I agree. I agree, Laura Lee. I really do. She has an 8-year-old son.
Respectful to it, and showing screenshots, not a problem, but we have some people are straight up doing live streams, showing the whole video, so we're just like on top of it as we're cycling through with the mods and everybody. So I appreciate your, from one content creator to the other, that you're doing it appropriately. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
I just wanted to, I saw that Ryan jumped on here as well. The one we never said hello. So Ryan,
how's it going, man?
Yeah, we definitely need to connect. We had somebody that was claiming to be your manager. I don't know if it was real or not, but yeah,
Brandon Luce.
Yeah, he never responded back to me. So let's. I did respond to him with my direct phone number. So make sure that you give me a call. And let's just you and I have a chat offline for sure. We don't need to discuss anything online.
100%.
As far as the different depths, real quick, for what you guys were talking about, 10 feet versus 14 feet. At the back of the vehicle versus the front of the vehicle, you are on a hillside, so you can get different readings there, as well as on sonar as it's hitting different portions of the car as the car is slanted. Some portions of it, at ground level is going to be 14 feet at the lower portion, whereas 10 feet, as you're coming up the hillside. And then when you're directly over the vehicle, now it's going to pick up that distance of, it's 5-6 feet. So now you're only going to get a reading of, 7 feet, 7 to 10 feet or so. So you will see different readings on the sonar as we're going over it. There's a lot more that we have cut out of the video. If certain things do happen, I'll just announce it right here. We have 2 other videos to be released if certain things do take place. And it's just going to be a whole, nobody knew this footage even existed from the tow truck driver, but we have the full uncut, raw, complete interview with him, as well as his girlfriend, who is a nurse. They are credible, stand-up people. They tracked us down. It was, the rolling billboard of AWP, and just seeing us pulling off of the interstate at Best Buy that first night that we got in town. We didn't track them down. It was just they saw us, just a chance encounter, and they tracked us down, and we had the interview with them. Wow. Which is why we ended up over there at Boca instead of over at Prosser to begin with. Had we ended up on Prosser based upon our normal search and the way that we do things of where were they last seen, what was the last cell phone ping, we would have been right there, and we would have, on day 1 versus day 2. So,
Jared, are you saying that the reason that you went to Boca first is because of the tow truck guy, or
because we always go off of last known location, and so we have no doubt in trusting him because of his presence, his girlfriend, and the same story was told 3 times. It was it was from memory. It wasn't like I'm making this up on the spot. And so very credible, which gives us a new last known location.
Oh my gosh.
In this as well. And I don't know, I can't remember if we showed it on video or not, but we did make an immediate phone call to the detectives as well to verify this. Now, the thing.
This is the quietest I've ever seen Ryan. He must have got some sleep, I think. Poor guy. I get the feeling there was a bad divorce. Oh, what do you mean? A bad breakup between the... Is there any chance that... was there any type of... Was one of the other girls dating Jagger or whatever his name is? Like, is there a chance of that? Or could that have play into it at all? Like this Sammy... Could it be like a jealous, like, girlfriend or jealous ex, or I don't know. You don't think it's true? You feel like Ryan's embarrassed? Maybe. Hey, Barbie. Hey, Cindy. Did I watch her interview? No, actually. We should probably watch it here in a second. Because I got so behind on everything just because of my regular life, my real life. So I'm a little bit behind, but I'm getting caught up on this case. I'll be caught up in no time. Hey, Susie. Okay, so it's possible that one of the other girls dated him, but you don't think it has anything to do with it? Okay. He's not embarrassed. He left all of. Well, it's probably a pride thing. Don't come near me. You know how guys are. Like, sorry if I think you're a guy. Even I think you said you were. I don't know, but it's not just a guy thing. It's a pride thing. Some people don't like to admit when they're wrong, and it's just something that you have to work on, I guess. Oh, thank you, Susie. Possible love triangle. I think Kylie's death was unfortunate and tragic, and I wish drinks and drugs were involved. American Dream Chaser. Okay, thank you, Jam. I'll look that up while we're watching more of this.
Is that you have multiple people taking these tips from 2 different counties and 18 different agencies. And so while the detective that we made contact with immediately on the spot while Nick the tow truck driver is there with us that night, that detective that we spoke to had never heard this this confession, this story before. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't recorded somewhere else. Remember, what was there, like 1,500 or 2,000 tips that came in, and they have to filter through all of them. So
exactly,
so we cannot sit here and say, well, this is completely made up story, and who is this guy just out of the blue? And there's going to be so many conspiracy theories, as as to this. Coming back to the the car and floating, and if somebody's involved or not. Like I said, if somebody is, we have the entire interview, which will just be like, you're going to be blown away with that one, as well as the full interaction with dad and grandpa, right there at Lakeside, versus what we cut down. We hope it's not true. We hope there's nothing more than accident, but we don't know. At this point, we're all speculating as to what's presented before us right now. In questioning whether, now that it's out, and you see that Nick in the video that we put out to members today, we can now confirm, we can put it out there publicly. Yes, she was in the back of the car. Now, the question that my wife came to me is, for me, the back is the back, but my wife, said, what part of the back? Well, she wasn't in the back seat. She was in the back. Okay. And so now when you start breaking this down, again, just speculation, even though she is a small gal, you only have so much space.
A little space.
You also have that this car is not sinking in the same way that a car with the windows up are going to sink, which would be a 2 to 10 minute float. And then the car, drops down. You have plenty of, air in there that's going to give you time to think about how you're going to escape with putting windows down versus a window that is down, which now you have nothing trapping the air, which means the vehicle is going to go under much quicker and not.
What's the time? Jared,
by the way, that's a really cool video you put out that shows people how to get out of cars, bro. I watched that, and dude, I will never forget that knowledge.
It's very helpful. I agree, Ryan. Yeah,
that's awesome.
20 to 30 seconds. If the windows are open, the car does not have long, so you don't have much time to react.
Does that girl ever go on anybody's channel? Probably not. Her channel is so busy right now. She probably wouldn't really have time. I don't think I've ever seen her on any other channel. So she was, now we know she was, that is important to know. Like, I was curious about that too. Was she in like the back seat area or was she in the back? So she's like, what, 510 pounds, right? I'm guessing. I don't know. I can't remember what they said, but that's probably about right. And average height or something. There was about how much space in between a headrest, the top of a headrest, and the ceiling of the vehicle. I don't know. Like, I mean, I get that guy would know. I mean, he's an expert, so he seems to think it's odd. I would think the pressure from the water, like, might push her back there. But you know, I guess she would have to be moved to get through the space. Yeah, I don't know. She would have to probably be positioned just correctly to get through though. So, man. Also, how did this window, I'm sure he's going to keep talking about the broken window thing. Did somebody, drive it in and then as soon as it hit water, break the window and get out? Like, did somebody drive it in and then, or, I mean, you would think they would just leave the window open and just swim out if they were going to drive it in themselves. Position is not that abnormal. Okay. And sometimes they find the person in the back seat just like Kylie was. Okay. If the front was lower at 14 foot, it seems like she might float up to the 10 foot. Hate to think about it. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It seems kind of, I know what you mean. Like, sometimes I feel insensitive talking about certain things. So I get it. And sometimes I try to watch how I say things too. But unfortunately unfortunately, sometimes there's just no, it's important to know because this stuff, because it's all, it might come down to, I don't know. It might come down to something like that to figure out if she was, hopefully they do have that black box thing and that I was hearing about on somebody else's channel in that vehicle that will will give information about like the speed that she was going, was the brakes hit, stuff like that. That should definitely tell if there was foul play involved, if somebody was actually pushing the gas, and also if the brake was hit. Like, did she try to brake? Or, did somebody, but it might come down to, I heard somebody mention earlier that the oil from fingerprints stay on a vehicle even underwater. So, like, if she was trying to get out, which, oh, gosh, I hope she wasn't alive, and I hope she didn't. But then if she was, that means, though, if she wasn't alive when she went into the water, then that means it would have been foul play. So I don't know what I wish. I guess I got to be careful what I wish for, because I don't know. Just to me, that just seems like no way is the way to go, especially for a child. That's not even fair. That she didn't get to experience all, any type of. She didn't get get married and have kids. None of that. Just too young. But a drowning death seems pretty horrible. So kind of in a way, I'm hoping she didn't go in the water alive. But I think they'd be able to tell to see if she was trying to get those windows open. They don't show the bodies. Wait, what do you mean? What bodies? Hold on, I'll scroll up and see. I know they want to give the victims dignity. Are you talking to somebody else, Lindsay? Hey, Red. We just pretty much got started. Said 2 windows were broken? I thought the one back... Okay, well, we'll watch more of it because there is a lot of misinformation going around about this case, like every case, but the autopsy, yeah, they'll be able to tell by like if she has water in her stomach, but unless she was put, I don't know if they'll be able to tell. I mean, no, they'll be able to tell if she was deceased before or after, but if they put her in the vehicle when she was like knocked out or something, or she was really inebriated, like they drugged her, it's gonna see. I mean, it's gonna. They'll find out that she was actually alive, but she might have not really been aware of what was going on, because if she was really messed up, you don't think it was foul play? Windows open and neutral and way in the back. Could have been an accident, but it's so suspicious. I think somebody knows, and I think they're afraid they won't get into their big fancy college if they tell. Are these all rich kids or something? If that's about they must be, huh? Because I've heard that a few times. The passenger front window was out, and the driver's rear window was halfway down. Okay, so the passenger's front window was broken out, right? Do you guys think that the pressure from the water could have broke the window? I mean, I guess probably not, huh? Because what if that window was already cracked? If that window was already cracked, then the pressure from the water probably could have broke it. So that's another thing we need to know. Because I don't think the pressure from the water could break the window if it was not cracked or anything. Because otherwise, I mean, it wouldn't have just happened to one window. It would have, at least some of them would have been cracked or something. Not deep enough. So if it was deeper, I guess that's true, because the pressure, the deeper you go in water, the more pressure. Okay, well, we will watch Sammy's interview. I have it pulled up. So let's continue on this so we can, I don't know if we'll watch this whole thing. This is important though. Maybe I should try to put at 1.25. We'll see if it goes way too fast.
You're not going to get doors open. You know, the moment you end up with like 4 inches of water pressure against the door, that door is not coming open.
Don't you have to wait till it sets all the way on the bottom and actually sets before you open the door?
Yeah, the entire vehicle has to be full of water, and and now you have to hold your breath for, you have to be able to be in the very top corner, taking that last breath, hold your breath for 2 minutes. Dude, listen, I can only hold my breath for like 20 seconds. So
right,
for me, if I relied on waiting for a car to completely fill with water and escape, I would not make not make it out.
Mm-hmm.
We
But
got a lot of that, Jared, yesterday when we played some videos, and one of the things was wait till the water for the buoyancy level, and everyone's like, no, AWP says do not do that. Don't
yeah,
wait, don't wait.
well, same thing with the headrest. How many headrests don't even come off, or what if the top of the car is smashed, or we've even taken the headrest and tried to, the headrest, as well as another tip is, grab your visor and break it off. Well, first of all, it's really difficult to get the visor off. We showed it in one of the videos, as well as using it and just trying to get out the window. Don't rely on that. I mean, you do need to get yourself, an emergency, window breaker tool. I'm not here to sell them. We don't even have them on the website yet right now. And the reason for that is we have a unscrupulous competitor that actually has them off of the line right now. We're going through litigation with them. So anyway, we're gonna end up having them back online, and we're going through that. We have a meeting with a Shopify litigation team on Friday. But this has been an ongoing thing with him. He's a terrible guy. It is what it is. In the end, but in the end, one of the things you'll see, I won't state who he is. I won't say his name or his company. In the same way that we're.
Hold on, I just missed what he just said and who he's talking about being a terrible guy. So sorry. I'm going to rewind it like 30 seconds.
To sell them. We don't even have them on the website yet right now. And the reason for that is we have a unscrupulous competitor that actually has them off of the line right now. We're going through litigation with them. So anyway, we're gonna end up having them back on. I mean, you do need to get yourself, an emergency, window breaker tool. I'm not here to sell them. We don't even have them on the website yet right now. And the reason for that is we have a unscrupulous competitor that actually has them off of the line right now. We're going through litigation with them. So anyway, we're gonna end up having them back online, and we're going through that. We have a meeting with a Shopify litigation team on Friday. But this has been an ongoing thing with him. He's a terrible guy. It is what it is. In the end, but in the end, one of the things you'll see, I won't state who he is. I won't say his name.
I still don't understand what he says going on. Is there just some competitor that's trying to undercut him? I don't understand. Shopify competitor? So what is he doing? A person who stole their idea and are selling them. So somebody stole his idea? And what did they freaking, what is it? Not copyright. Is it called not copyright? Or is it, maybe it is copyright. Did they freaking go steal his idea and then go freaking copyright it or whatever, and that's why he can't do it? That's what it sounds like. That's why because it sounds like he can't sell them. So he must have not a patent. Yes. Did some other company patent his idea before he was able to, and are selling him? I have seen them. I know I've seen them before too. Like I thought that there was all different kinds. Like I thought the police officers had one. Also someone there working for a patent. He said the competitor is unscrupulous, meaning lacks morals. Yeah. Like that, been around years. This is how they're doing it through Shopify. Might have gotten the last two. Not invent the window breaker, is just a thing of supply and demand. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So nothing, no big deal. So they're having all right. So their vendor, I guess, maybe, I don't know. It sounded like you said competitor, so I don't know, whatever.
Or his company, in the same way that we're still, even those people that we dislike and hate, or those that we protect, at times. You know, we just simply don't throw people under the bus.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Jared, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
First of all, you're awesome. And would you be able to comment on like the verification of the tow truck driver dash cam at all?
So the footage of that one was locked up by his company. And so the moment that it was made known that this might be a part of something, they just locked it down. He does not, because it's not his company. It wasn't his, he doesn't own the truck. It's now in the database cloud somewhere. But everybody is aware of that, and the law enforcement is following up on that. So we do not have it. He does not have it.
Okay, so
but what I
need
can,
a warrant to get it.
what I can say and touch on this is that, and this will be in our full release unedited interview if it goes this direction. But let me just say it here: is that Nick thought that this was so odd that once he was done with the call, he pulled down the road, pulled over, called his girlfriend, and he told her what had happened. So this is where we now have her story, and she was there as well, that you didn't see her on camera at that moment in time, but we do have her on camera as well, that she collaborates his story as to he was there and how odd this was. And she remembers the day because it was her dad's birthday, so she does not forget that it was Saturday.
Oh my God!
Can you give us more description of the guy?
Now, but again, I mean, I don't know Nick from anybody. I don't have any reason to discredit or think otherwise. And don't say don't hold this as the golden the golden law here. As 100% true, as 100% truth or fact. I don't know, until more information comes out or something happens that can collaborate and verify this. We're just saying what has been passed on to us. And so, we, in the edit, you saw we were very, respectful, blurred out certain things, and we left out a lot to not point fingers, not to speculate, but to simply bring more information out there to release our video because, as you guys know, there was whether it was a fake account or whether it was a real account, we started to get thrown under the bus, and we just let the video, speak for itself. That's what we do.
Exactly. And that's what I told everybody. I was like, listen, I was like, y'all, cause see, I've been on here for 10 years, bro. I've had fake profiles of me. I've had I've been scammed a million times. And I was like, you guys really have to watch out for what some of these accounts are pushing. I was like, look, this account right here is saying, Ryan, why are you saying that AWP is lying? I'm like, well, show me a video of me saying AWP is lying. I said, bro, they go everywhere. They don't know everyone everywhere they go. So, yeah.
I'm glad you guys got to meet though, because I was like, at first it was about the Hellcat, and I was like, are you guys going to take the money for the Hellcat? And now I just want you guys.
You guys, so I just got noticed. Okay, I have a comment on what they were just saying. Also, they rejected our message to Dawn, guys. I just got this. This is why I just stopped it too. But man, I really want to comment on this too, though. Let me comment on this first before I freaking forget. To me, it seems like Jared doesn't like Ryan. Did Ryan say anything about AWP or something? Or, I mean, didn't Ryan give his company? Is he the founder of AWP? I mean, Ryan gave him how much was that Hellfire worth? Or did he give over the Hellfire, or did he give over cash? But he gave over a lot of cash either way. So is this Jared guy annoyed with Ryan over something? You have to invent something that can be patent and trademark. This was 24 years ago. They hired because I was I worked front desk and boring paperwork. Oh, the good old days. Good old days. I thought I clicked on Sav Girl. I watched. Yeah, I'm just looking at this little interview here. I was thinking also of Lindsay's question about if you could get a patent on a service. I don't think I was sitting here thinking about that. I was like, I don't think you can get any type of. That's why there's all these, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some other. I don't quite have my bachelor's in business, so I can give me a little bit of. I have an associate's in business. I should know though that's pretty much like kindergarten level of business. I should know. I want to say no. Like, I was trying to think if there was a certain way, like if you came up with a unique way to, I'm trying to, no, other businesses can steal people's ideas. Like, for instance, like, waiting on the car hop things, like people on rollerblades. Other businesses steal that idea. People steal all the ideas all the time. Hooters. There's all kinds of different restaurants that have like copied Hooters, like ways, and they're basically how they dress and yeah. So there's loopholes for everything. Hellcat's worth about 100,000, and they got a lot of new subs from him. 100K. I'm sure they're good. Yeah, they didn't say why they rejected it. Don't come near me, but maybe if I pull up the email real quick. I just got a email to my regular email. Now I'm going to my Tennessee Bureau of, I don't know, it's something where some website, tbejail.com. It's a website you use to write, I guess, Tennessee jail inmates. And yesterday we wrote a letter to Dawn and it was denied. Now I wish I could open it up and just copy it and maybe take some things out of it and resend it, but it won't even let me open it. But this is what it sent me. Here, I'll show you guys. I'm trying not to dox anybody's name in my inbox. Do it like this. No, I might not be able to show you guys. It's not a big deal. All it is an email telling it. No, it's not going to work. Telling me it was rejected. But here we go. There we go. This works right here. So this is all I got. Is just a little thing saying your message to Donald Wells, Hawkins County, Tennessee has been rejected. Consult with the facility to review the rules for messaging. I don't know. I guess I know that they're very strict about the thing, like, you can't talk about, you have to be careful what you talk about in mail to, it's super strict, but all I did was, I don't know, maybe they consider me media or something, but I would think that I don't know, where is their rules? Huh. Hawkins County Jail mail rules. I'll read that here in a second. We'll go back to this video. We won't worry about, because we're on, we'll worry about Donnie later. Ew. All right, let's get back to Jared. Did you talk about the kids? No? No, I wasn't going to ask questions about the kids. You know, Summer was mentioned. You know, I mean, but not the boys. And oh, I might have said, you know, hopefully, oh, I did mention, you know, everybody's hoping that you stay sober and follow God's path for you, or God's will for your life, and that way you could be that way you could be better, in a better place for Summer and the boys. I think I said something like that, but nothing like asking questions or. You've seen people get a reply, don't come near me. Where have you, who's talked to Dawn? I haven't seen anybody talk to Dawn. Send a letter the old-fashioned way. Might do that. Send me an email telling him you had a 3D ultrasound, the baby was his. Has his hair? Ew! This is so funny. I don't think I've ever had so many people mention, like, pregnancy to me in my life. Like, people keep talking about me being pregnant. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna get pregnant. I'm 41 years old. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But could you imagine? Could you imagine? I would have, if I had a baby. Oh my God! I guess my dad had. I have a half sister who is about 16 years younger than me, and if I had a baby, that's about how old or how much of a difference would be between the baby and my daughter. That's crazy. Nana was 45 when she got pregnant with. Was that with those fertility drugs though? Crazy, but not yeah, no, not impossible at all. But 13 years apart, really, Beach Bum? Are you able to say, or you don't have to say if you don't want to, but I'm just curious, like how old you were with the youngest. Oh my God, that would be so, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Seriously, I would love a baby. Anybody could just give me a baby. I mean, I don't need I wouldn't mind a baby. It would be so much different, like, at this age than when I was, you know, in my late 20s with Caitlin. it would be just such a totally different experience. I think I would enjoy the process more now. 'Cause when I was pregnant with my daughter, I didn't realize it. You know what I mean? It didn't seem real to me until I started to feel her like kick and stuff and move. So around 4.5 months or 4 months was when it started to like sink in. We started to do it all the time. Yeah, they get on fertility drugs. That's what Wicked says. It means one thing. Multiple births are increased. Multiple births are increased? Are you serious? I thought that was only because of fertility drugs. I've always said I'm gonna have a girl, and so I've always been set on that. I've never been pregnant again. I've never, the person I had been with for almost the last 10 years couldn't have any more babies. So, it's kind of never been a topic. Intuitive empath, and honestly, I don't like that. Don't like what? You don't like that you're an intuitive empath? I cried that couldn't have it. You were 44? Oh my God. I would be freaking sad too. That's young. I mean, I guess I just don't realize like how old I'm getting at times. But anyways, maybe I should get back to the video. I got off topic. Oh, I know, Laura Lee. I don't like being so sensitive. I hate it, actually. I absolutely hate it. I've gotten better at dealing with it, but I think no, I hate it. I find it my, worst. Like, people will try to tell you, it's a good thing and stuff. Oh, that means it's a good quality. No, yeah, okay, it's a good quality. So yeah, but not one that helps me in life in any way. It hinders my life and makes it more difficult. And while nobody else in the world cares what they have to do to succeed and make it in this world, so they just stomp on everybody's heads on the way up. I'm over here always worried about somebody else's feelings. It's why? I hate it, because I'm nobody else seems to care about anybody else's feelings. Why do I have to care? And it's and it can kind of hold you back sometimes. Oh gosh, I can't. Oh man, I can't imagine that. I'm dreading that, Laura Lee. Okay, let's get back to this video. 21-year-old daughter. I never wanted any more kids after I had her. What if you got pregnant now? Actually, I don't know if I don't even know if you could have kids still. I find it funny when people even try to say that to me, because it's dude, I'm 41, but I guess I just can't think of anybody I know that really has had a baby that old. I mean, my sister has had one, or my nephew was born. She's exactly almost a year younger than me, and he's a couple years old. So she had a late 30s and was considered a high-risk pregnancy. But he was fine. But that was like 38 or 37 or something. That's different. Every year is very important when it comes to some fertility, because it decreases rapidly after what they say after, like, I know they usually say after 35, but I think actually after 30 you lose so many eggs, or I don't know. You can have kids still? Wouldn't that be crazy? Come off too bossy. Oh, I'm not a manager type. I could never be. I've been a man in management before. So I mean, technically, I guess I'm a manager of my own business, but I don't have employees. I don't like managing other people, because I'm not good at telling others, like, do this or do that, because then I feel bad. I don't like bossing people around. I feel like, I don't know. Wait, what sign did you say you were, Laura Lee? Somebody said that you seem to them as a Leo. So you're on a cusp of a Leo Virgo. Okay. You look 28. Anyways, a cusp of a Leo Virgo. That's both good signs to be. Have you ever had a baby, Rennie? We're getting all personal here. Sorry. My friend has a baby 2 weeks from my granddaughter, so she was 44. Her youngest was 18. Right, we don't make any more eggs. Yeah. You have a Honda CR-V, the same as Kylie's. First thing in the morning, I'm going to put down the headrest and see if I could easily fit into the rear of the hatchback. Yes, Connie, let us know. Or give us a measurement of, what it is from the top of the headrest to the ceiling. And I don't know, maybe get some pictures of, like, pictures are hard to kind of, unless you have, like, some measuring stuff. Your twins are 17? Oh my gosh. Are you really? Well, I guess that's true. You have a was that your Oh, see, I was thinking for some reason you were younger than, so now you're probably like my age then almost, huh? Oh, he has a CR-V? She said, I'm only 40. Only. She had to put only. Well, that's just a year younger than me, Marlena, so that would be my... So are you trying to, like, rub it in that I'm a year older than you? Is that why you said I'm only 40? Are you trying to say, like, because I'm 41, that you're not my age because you're only 40? Really? I wouldn't have guessed that, Laura Lee, from that, but I can't. I mean, it's just a little picture, but I would have thought, like, yeah, I would have said 30, late, or 35. Are you serious? Nuh-uh. You're pregnant? Is it, or did you, or are you gonna, or is the baby, well, I don't know if I should ask that because I don't want to get it to get too sensitive. Holy crap. Hey, Down Under. Scares you. You guys are, you guys, at that point, I would just say it's meant to be. Like, that's how you have to look at it. If you have all these things, like, you know, you're 40, then you have kids that are almost like getting to be close to out of the house, all your kids, and you had your tubes tied 8 years ago, and you still found out you're pregnant, yeah, it's probably meant to be. All right, let's continue this.
Have brought so much light to Kylie, and whether people agree or disagree with one side or another, we're all just truth seekers here, right? And we're just trying to do the best we can and put the pieces together. We adore you, Jared. I just want to say something. We have been like promoting you guys after we had something, we had a guest on, we've had a guest on for a long time who put you down. And we felt really bad about it. And you probably know the PI that we're talking about. So
we've learned to simply not respond to trolls and haters online. And, you know,
thank you.
It is what it is. So, you know, in the end, you know, the truth comes out and we are who we are. So like us or hate us, you know, in the end, I don't care. Ryan doesn't care either. I've seen a couple of his videos, you know.
That's a tiny percentage of people.
I know, that's what I love about Ryan. He don't care about anything.
You know, in the end, we're here to do, you know, we're here to find out the where. We're not here, we are not here to find out the who or the how.
Exactly.
We did our job and then we moved on to the next one.
Can you answer if the car, what gear the car was in, or can't you answer?
So while our team did not specifically look at what gear it was, you can see in the video that the wheels are turning, which would indicate that the vehicle is in neutral.
Otherwise, that mug would have went.
Wow. Okay.
So Jared, can you describe the person a little more on the video? That the guy that was there with, I don't even know for sure if it was with Kylie, but does he give you more of a description to where you guys know who it might be?
It's I mean, I think that everybody's already speculating, you know, in any additional information that I would provide. So, you know, I have to be careful in what it is that we do say and what we put out there for certain reasons. So we put out what we can at this moment in time. And like I said, we will put out a lot more later on if it goes down in that direction that law enforcement take it.
So from everything that you've seen in your experience, if you had to guess, I mean, would you guess that there was foul play involved in this one? You had to.
I'm just going, I'll say this. I would not have put that in our title if we thought it was nothing more than an accident. It's open for, you know, interpretation, speculation at this point. There's an entire other theory that it would blow your mind if I even told you based upon additional even just going with let's see, without giving away too much, you know, and without me saying anything really, if you think about the two people that are moving around the vehicle, there could be more to that story.
He's talking without talking because he knows he
oh my god,
it's something that even in my conversation, if I have a private conversation with Ryan later on, you know, will be a private conversation. I'm not even going to tell you, right? Ryan. I mean, because everybody needs to come to their own conclusion at this point as to potential. But you know, we none of us want to be in a situation where, you know, it's defamation. You know,
Exactly.
if it's not true.
True.
Right.
We hope that it's not, you know, but if
Oh
it
my
is,
gosh.
then justice will be served, you know, appropriately.
And
Was
thank you
Nick
A lot of
able
people.
to, sorry, I just have one more question. Was Nick able to say, look at a picture of Kylie and say, this is the girl that I saw, or was it more based off of the vehicle matched the description of her vehicle?
Right now, I'm still gathering some information based upon what I just hinted to you right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm gathering more information on that one. As far as who the male may be, I'm going to say that it was a positive match
Yeah, got it.
without saying.
Well,
Wow.
wow.
Oh my god.
You say male?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember he said that the girl was with a male with the SF black cap on. And
Oh my God.
so yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. So how we're praying for Nick, Jared, too, because we know that was his first, or we're assuming that's his first body. How's he holding up?
It was the he's actually holding up pretty good. You know, we debriefed again yesterday, and you know, had another conversation about it. And you know, your first one, you know, is always the hard. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that. Your first one is not always the hardest. Each and every one of them, you know, even though, you know, we didn't know Kylie, we've connected with the story. You know, we're fathers ourselves. You know, we're brothers, we're uncles. You know, we're dads, we're grandpas. You know, and so we have that emotional connection. And you know, it used to really upset me when people would, you know, troll me and like, oh, you're just, you know, you're just a showman and you're just, you know, the tears are not real. It's like, no, everything that we've ever done is real, raw.
100% real.
Yeah.
It's
And so what,
obvious.
and so, you know, and so what you're seeing from Nick is what you saw a lot from me in the very beginning as well. And so the more I go and I do more of these, I almost feel bad that it's like that I'm not showing as much emotion, because am I becoming, you know, used to it, or am I just internalizing it? You know,
Desensitized. It
Yeah.
does
That's what I
happen.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
Desensitized.
Just like a
right?
crime scene investigator. That's why
Yes.
they show up and don't show no emotion.
yeah. So
Really, country girl? Did Jagger go on Justin's channel? Took him 2 hours to. Sounded like they understood that he meant Jagger. Going to get hate and jealousy. Oh yeah, anytime, no matter what in life, like whatever, anytime you succeed in anything in life, there's always jealousy. It doesn't matter. It's crazy. He messages with Jagger. Quite a few moles that someone might think are freckles. I heard somebody saying that earlier. I think that Levin Tarot lady. He never said Jagger. Yeah, but that's who he's talking about. He's talking about Jagger because we've all seen Jagger with the SF hat and the San Francisco hat, and so we knew he was talking about Jagger because Zav Girl just said right after that she mentions the hat. He did say freckles are acne, but it was a guy, so I mean, somebody brought up 1111 Tarot Lady channel. She brought up a good point that, you know, he's the person that was describing the tow truck driver was a male, and he was I don't know, pretty young, what, in his 20s. And it's possible, like, a lot of men don't know. I mean, sometimes they might call freckles moles, or, you know what I mean? They might get that stuff confused. But the whole, the hat thing, though, that's, but then there's some people thinking, oh, that was a staged sighting. But I don't know if a kid would think of that. I mean, he's 18 and she's, you know, they're older kids, but they don't have much life experience. I just don't know if they would think of all this stuff. Yeah, he's the tow truck driver, Connie. I saw a clip of that. He said it was he said described him as freckles. He might have said possibly I can't remember if he said possibly acne, but I'm sure Marlena knows, or somebody in the chat.
So then it's like, well, okay, well, Jared doesn't even care. Now Jared's just here for the views, and he's here for the money, and we're here for the families. Because, again, coming back to, I'm a dad, I'm a neighbor, I'm a grandpa. You know, I have kids. You know, my kids are now 22 and 25. You know, whether they're 16 when they go, you know, if they would have gone missing, or now, I mean, it's going to hit you exactly the same. And
it's always your little boy or little girl, no matter how old they are.
Yeah, and if that message from the mom is from her real account, I don't know if it is or not. I don't fault her, and I don't blame her at all, because everybody will go through a grieving process differently. So, you know, one thing that we don't do is we don't reach back out to families for a pat on the back. We move on to the next case to go help the next family. And we've been invited to, you know, probably 60-70% of the cases that we have solved to come be a part of the memorial, and we turn every single one of them down. And the reason for it is that is not our day to come and be the showman and hey, we were the heroes in this to solve this for you. This is your special day with your family to honor and remember your lost loved one. And we're not here to distract and take anything away from them.
Thanks for clearing that up, because that was something we were debating with yesterday. And one of the thoughts was everyone grieves differently, and you can't judge somebody on their stage of their grief that they're in, right? But I'm glad that you said that, and that you're making it very clear. We have a lot of respect for you here, and chat, obviously, they're just like throwing up hearts for you. Like, everyone respects you guys so much.
And we want to wish you all the luck in the world in your future searches.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and then, you know, just a few more things. You know, we don't come into these based upon any rewards. We find that most rewards are just bogus and BS. To date, we have only ever once received a reward, and we split that evenly among the team members. And that way they can do and choose how to spend it that's going to best suit them and their families. I choose to reinvest. I choose to say what? Only one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're not real. They you know, like the individual that you had on
the PI, for Jared Hall, and he has been notorious for saying that he's going to give rewards out and reneging on them. And anybody who hears this within the sound of my voice, who supports him after everything he's done, especially to Zav and to everybody else out there, if you guys care, it's truly disheartening to see that. So
So now, you know, from time to time, families will offer up donations. You know, from time to time, when we know the family is struggling, we will have them put up a GoFundMe immediately that we help drive. You know, the donations to cover funeral expenses, which is usually in the 5 to 10 range. And so, you know, I advise a $10,000 funeral expense is what we do. We've done that for, you know, probably 5 or 6 of the families that needed that help and that assistance. You know, we've helped, you know, fire departments raise funds for, you know, underwater drones, and to help them get sonar as well. You know, that's what we're here to do, is to help the entire community. So, you know, one, we'll never turn down. We'll always honor a donation if it comes our way, and or a reward. So, you know, when the news came out of, the AWP doesn't, no, we do. It's not why we come and we do these.
Exactly.
We do, you know, and we took a big chance in coming in on a fresh case, because most of the time they're going to be found within the first week or two, whether it's somebody in a vehicle or somebody that's simply drowned. If they've simply drowned, they go through 2 float cycles and they're going to be found. So we don't rush across the country, especially for a drowning, you know, victim. We've also learned in the past, as you've seen the backlash that we receive, and they say no good deed goes undone, that we don't come in on these fresh cases because there's so many agencies and entities and egos and, you know, turf wars that take place, that we're not here to make anybody look bad. We don't want to be a part of it. And that's why we have chosen in the past to only work cold cases that everyone has already forgotten about, that these families and the victims need a voice to be remembered and to possibly solve this. And that's why, you know, we're quiet about it. Sometimes law enforcement knows about it. Sometimes they don't. You know, we do everything by the book as far as, you know, we don't trespass. We'll always get permission for any private property. Any public waterways, we don't need permission for. You know, we have 0 red tape, that we will go wherever we want. We will knock on whatever door we want. We don't have to go get warrants. It's just simply a, listen, I'm in the area. I'm looking for so-and-so. We believe your body of water is in an appropriate place where they could have gone off the road. And, you know, 99.8% of the time, you know, the homeowners are very, you know, gracious in letting us search their property, because we're doing so, you know, in a non-intrusive way. We're putting the little boats in, we're on the water for 15 minutes, and I'll let you know whether there's a vehicle there or not. You know, and then as you've seen, you know, depend on, you know, how many you know been watched, we're learning. You know, at the end of the day, we're all just civilians trying to do something good to bring awareness and to solve the case. So in the beginning, you know, yeah, the Iowa case, they're like, well, you know, they went to go sue for the $100,000. I was pissed. Listen,
That's crazy though, that they've only got 1 reward. Are you guys like shocked by that, or did people already know that that's something that happens? Because I didn't know that. I do believe no good deed goes unnoticed. Are you saying you don't think that? It does seem like a lot of times, like, hey, go unnoticed, but you have to just keep faith. Reward is for a tip that leads to whoever. If that tow truck driver would have been right, should it go to tow truck driver or AWP? I know it wasn't right. Does anybody I'm confused on the question. The tow truck driver was correct. However, it didn't. He just, I mean, well, we don't know if he's correct. We don't know if he's being honest or not. I mean, he seems like an honest person from the clips I saw. I mean, he seems like he'd been telling the truth. Gosh, I mean, but that's all we can go by is like our gut instinct and, you know, our discernment skills to try to decide how we feel about whether or not he's being honest. But I mean, I don't see why he would chase down. It sounds like he chased down this guy right here from AWP to let him know, like, hey, I saw this girl. I don't know if he didn't like call law enforcement, or it sounds like law enforcement wasn't even told about it until recently or something. Is that what you guys are getting to? The driver tipped them to look in the first place since he saw them in that area. Oh, that's right. It would have only gone to the... He didn't say that, did he? He didn't end up saying that. Yeah, he wasn't correct about the location because he had seen them at she was found in Prosser Lake, and he saw her at, where was it, Reno, or I don't know. That's why I was wondering about, like, I feel like I would have called the police, but you know, I don't want to be too critical of this guy. I'm glad he came forward and spoke up. So I'm sure he's going to get enough like people doing that to him. So I'll spare him that of me doing it. But because I can say I feel like I would call the police if I saw somebody that disoriented and, you know, acting like almost toddler-like, or, you know, it sounds like from what he's saying that she was asking how to buckle a seatbelt. So, like, I would think that would set off alarms and be like, okay, this person's driving and they seem to I'm thinking that something that would do that to you, to your mind. I'm trying to think like what, back in my party days, like what substance, like, it sounds like to me some type of psychedelic they might have been doing. I don't know. I that's the only thing I can think of that would make you just kind of lose. It sounds like they were doing some kind of weird psychedelic. You can have a bad trip and it can really screw with you. Especially somebody like her at that age, it'd probably be, you know, one of the first times she'd ever done it. A bad trip, I mean, I'd be interested in knowing how many people have actually unalived themselves from a bad trip, because it's pretty scary. It's terrifying, actually. And there are drugs that she, you know, that she could be either been given or forcefully given. I don't know. That made her like kind of disassociate. Dude said it looked like she was having a really bad day. Yeah. Like they wanted to buckle her in to make it look like she was driving. Buckle a seatbelt into an actual belt. Shrooms. Yeah, that's what another thing is. It could, usually shrooms don't, I've had bad trips on shrooms, so it is definitely possible, but man, bad acid trips are worse. I don't know. They're both bad. And you don't want any of that. Trust and believe you not want to go through that. Where the car went in, there was a shitload of donuts. Were the kids doing donuts and whoever was driving a car accident driving in the water? Right? Hey, maybe, good point. Maybe she was like laying back in the back of the vehicle because she was really inebriated and she was like napping back there, and maybe they were, who knows, maybe he was like, somebody was joyriding and doing donuts in her vehicle and accidentally went into the lake. And, you know, I didn't think of that. Hey, Lana. Deserve the reward. They put their time and money into it, and I believe they helped save a lot of evidence. Right. Towards Roofie. Roofie, the person would seem drunk. I've tried that stuff too at one point. GHB, that's actually what, believe it or not, it's a party drug. And if you do it by itself, it doesn't give the same type of effects that people use. They use it for the date rate. Yeah, it's considered date rate drug, but I think that's only when you mix with alcohol, because I remember trying it a few times when I was young, like real long, early 20s or something. So it's been 20 years ago, probably at least. And it was just these little capful things. And if you weren't drinking, like, you didn't forget everything, but I just remember it being like kind of a drunk feeling. I don't know. But I guess if you give it to somebody who's already been drinking, it makes you like, you totally forget everything, I guess. But GHB, like the date rape drug, it makes you feel like it gives you that body buzz, like ecstasy. It does do that, I guess. I know, right, Lorely? It is weird, isn't it? I know. It's weird thinking. It's weird talking about it to me, because it doesn't seem like I'm the same person. I don't even really see, it's hard for me to comment on these things and say like, well, I know this from personal experience, because I don't know any other way around it to say it. I wish I could go without saying, oh, I know this because of personal experience, because I'm not really proud of it, Sometimes when I don't know. Most people I know didn't, use that. Most people I know have only used like 1 or 2 drugs in their life, if any, besides marijuana. I mean, like so yeah, it kind of makes me feel kind of like gross when I think about like all the drugs I used to do and stuff. And when it's like, okay, so instead of listing what drugs have I done, might as well say, instead, it'd be easier to say which ones that I haven't done, probably, that I know of. I don't think I've done PCP or crocodile. That stuff looks crazy. Or bath salts. But gosh, I've done some crazy things, so I shouldn't even talk. Shrooms are fun well, actually, never mind. They can be really bad. I shouldn't say they're fun, because they can be really bad too, but it's been 20 years since I did something like that also. I can't imagine doing some kind of psychedelic at 40 years old. I don't know. You completely blacked out, Rennie? I'm looking back at your guys' comments. Stream Dolly's what? His interview? What do you mean his interview? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Did you say I came across as a prude? Did I just see somebody say I come across as a prude? Literally, I just have a hard time imagining you doing those drugs. You personally doesn't come across like that. I know, right? Which is a good thing, right? That's how everybody's always said that. You come across as a prude, I have a hard time. That's what makes it fun. I can show you. I was trying to get one of my friends on from back when in my early 20s, but you know, she's changed her life around too. And she's really though involved in NA and stuff. So she's afraid of. She doesn't want to like glorify that lifestyle, because we did have a lot of fun. So I've been trying to get her to come on and talk about it, but that's funny you say that, because I used to get that all the time. Because thankfully I never got a felony, but I did get a DUI and possession of marijuana. I actually got 2 DUIs. One of them was over 20 years ago, and then the other one was in 2007, and I haven't even drank in years at this point. But then I had the possession of marijuana in 2011. And the last 10 years, like, my life has significantly changed. I feel like at age 30, I kind of had this like awakening type thing. You know, it wasn't just like it wasn't just like an overnight thing, but some things, you know, I did have some things like pretty much like humbled me and forced me to get clean, which is, it's, you know, I'm glad, obviously. I mean, but going through that and all the addictions and stuff like that, it did make me a stronger person, because of my addiction. Because I used to be basically my drug of choice was opiates, so pain pills, and because it was physically addicting, and without it, it was horrible experience. But I had, because of my past addiction, I had gotten many humbling situations. So yeah, it's definitely made me a lot stronger. But there was times where, like, because of the DUIs, I was on probation, and on probation you have to do urine screens, and you know, I couldn't pass a urine screen, so I kept violating my probation. And the people, I'm just saying this because of what Laura Lee mentioned about how I come off as a prude, or I seem like a goody goody, or that's how everybody has always said. I mean, I've always had that reputation, always, and always people like think of me that way, think of me as like kind of naive and goody goody and gullible, and I was voted most gullible, or most gullible. I got second in that, but still, I was not happy about that. That was high school, and everybody always said I was goody goody. When I went to jail, he'd be like, "You don't look like you belong here." So, I mean, I take it as a compliment. I'm like, good. I'm glad I don't look like, you know, the loser that I am right now. I mean, because at that time I was doing stupid things. But because of that life experience, I feel like I'm supposed to help others who have been there too. You know what I mean? But it's funny that you say, it just reminds me, like, I would love to have some people on here. Like, I really would like my friend Allie to come on here, because a lot of people do have a hard time relating me now to that person in my 20s, okay? Because they have a hard time seeing it, and the only people that are really, you know, take me seriously or can't believe it are the ones that knew me during that time and know me now, you know? that's it. That's pretty crazy when you see somebody completely change their life around like that. Go from it can give up a lot of people a lot of hope when they see somebody go from being, at that point in your life. My friend Allie, like, she did the same thing. She completely, she's doing amazing. And I didn't think she would be alive. And I actually reached out to her in prison several years ago. She was in prison. And now she's like helping others, has a really great job. You would not, if you saw her, you wouldn't ever believe. Oh my God, you would never believe it. Sorry, guys. I get off on these little tangents. It's crazy to think about. But should we go to I do have to get off here soon, so should I go ahead and move to play a little bit of the Sammy interview before I leave, or should I play more of this? I will share this link so people could watch the rest of it. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't hurt somebody, right, Marlena's? But, I just did not. I was very naive and very sheltered, and that was part of the problem, honestly. I don't think parents should shelter their kids. I think that they should because I know what that does it actually does the opposite of what you're hoping. Yeah, and it only takes a second for for your life to change. Like, I could have hurt somebody. I could have killed somebody. I could be in prison right now for a mistake I made. I could have, been drunk and killed a family and be in prison still for something I, did in my early 20s. Just that one mistake. Happens all the time. It could have totally been me. Aw, thank you, Destiny. Today has been just kind of hasn't been that great or anything, but we're getting there. I'm working towards getting back to the old me. And thank you so much, Destiny. You're so amazing. She's so awesome. Did you get you made an order recently? Did you get? I'm trying to remember what you ordered, but did you receive it? Everybody check out my store. I'm about to get off here, actually. I'm probably going to go ahead and get off here, and I'm going to watch this interview with Sammy while I'm uploading products. I'm going to be adding more products to the store for the next couple hours before I go to bed. Remember the 4th, we're having the 1-year celebration of the Ziggy channel. So next Sunday, and I'm going to be giving away gift cards for the Ziggy store. and I want to make sure I get lots of products added in there. It kind of sucks. I wish I could make different. If you haven't seen the store yet, the YouTube store that I'm uploading products to, you might not understand, but everything's all on one page. You know, you just keep hitting load more, load more, load more. Like if you hit a product, you pull it up, then you can go to the top left and hit the butterfly to see the rest of the products. I don't know why it doesn't like tell you that, but whatever. But it doesn't have everything like situated like and grouped nicely together, like shoes, clothing. I wish there was a way to do that, but I imagine that's because it's a $5 a month deal instead of their normal $30 a month for a website. I'm not really paying for a website, so automatically get a gift card. You never know. I don't know. I'm going to give out more than one. I'm going to give out several gift cards. Everybody be thinking, and send me clips, your favorite Ziggy moments. Okay? Or outrageous moments. If anybody can help, that would be awesome. Like, because I want to play clips of just crazy moments, revisiting those times, and, you know, Dawn moments, PG. I would love to have PG on. We're going to give away several gift cards to the Ziggy store where you can pick out whatever you want. We're going to play games and music probably and tell funny stories and laugh. It's going to be fun. That will probably last for several hours. Yeah, favorite moments. Send me like any outrageous moments. Like, I don't know. Let me think. You know, Dawn saying the N-word was pretty outrageous one, but I don't really. It's so bad that I almost can't play it unless I maybe edit it. But see, that's the thing. That's why I need help from you guys to send in clips, because I just don't have time to get everything together. We need to also. Does anybody want to design a true crime quiz? So you would go to the website I use to make a quiz. Which all you have to do is, like, I'm sorry, I forgot I'm using the mic from my earbuds there. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. What I was going to say is, oh, Lindsay, yeah, that one was, yeah, that's a definitely odd moment. Odd moments, outrageous moments, you know, stuff like that. Shocking moments. Let's see, what was the other thing I was just going to do that I was going to check on? Funny parts. Oh yeah, the true crime quiz. Okay. Okay, if you go to GeoGuessr. Oh shoot, no, we don't want to do that. I'll show you guys. Okay. It's free, so I'm just showing just in case anybody is bored or whatever, and obviously I'm only gonna, if it's somebody course, I would hopefully, more than likely, it's going to be probably somebody I know anyways. But I just know a lot of people sometimes say like they're going to do something and don't do it. But I mean, I hope it would do 100. I want to do 100 questions. I'm hoping it will do 100 questions. So you can create quiz. You just go to GeoGuessr, GeoGuessr.com, and click on quiz. You'll probably have to make an account. And then you just hit create quiz, and you know, true crime quiz, Ziggy 1 year celebration of YouTube channel. Okay. And then you add round. Then you pick question. You just add all your answers. And which you pick your round time, probably about at least 30 seconds, but maybe a minute in between questions, or 45 seconds, 40 seconds, because you gotta think there's a lag sometimes. But yeah, anybody want to do that? That's kind of fun. I have this stuff to do all the time, so it's not as fun for me. I have tons of this kind of stuff I need to do to prepare. So if anybody wants to make and all you have to do to come up with the questions and answers is look on the internet. You could probably find questions already pre-made, and you just have to see. For me, I can type really well, so I can type fast. I mean, so it doesn't take that long, but if it's only like, I just want it to be long, because, you know, if it's only like 10, 15, 20 questions, it's just not long enough. They have more video for us with truck driver and his girlfriend. The website's called GeoGuessr. Here, I could put it in the comments. It's cool for anybody else who has a channel too. I mean, it's good to know about the site anyways. They have another game on there where it's like this map thing. It's an interactive game. You played on that before with me, CT. I think you came on there and did that map game, but where you guess where you're at. Athena painted the walls with diarrhea. Oh, speaking of, Kayla was telling me she had diarrhea really bad the other day. I was like, what? What the heck? She told me this. I'm like, what the heck? And why are you telling me this too? It's really gross. I mean, I can't do anything about it now. All right, guys, I am going to go. I'm going to add items to the store. If you have not checked out my store, I'm uploading all my beauty products and nice like clothing and stuff. I put them, the cheapest prices are going to be on my YouTube store tab. It's going to be cheaper than what I'm selling on eBay or Mercari on. So that's where you probably want to purchase more than likely. I know it's not as cheap as some of my sales, because usually when I do the sales, it's to move product fast. So yeah. I try to do stuff pretty cheap, though. Like way cheaper you can get anywhere else for that same product, you know? Yeah, thank you guys so much. I will be on tomorrow, so everybody, it is now the 1st of September, guys. Which, where the heck is my, I was looking for my phone. What the heck is that doing there? I'm having a hard time right now. It's a catastrophe. Maybe if I go off the YouTube, I'd have more, be able to pay more attention, and I can't find my phone is what I just noticed I haven't seen my phone for a really long time. All right, guys, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you so much, Destiny, for the super chat, and us. I don't know if anybody sent me a Cash App. If you did, I can't find my phone, so I will know shortly. Oh, here's my phone. What the heck? All right, guys. I will see everybody later. Thanks for hanging out.